Okay, so let's just dive right in and tackle a massive idea in charismatic circles.
Mm,
This whole concept that to be really spiritual, especially when you're praying in tongues, you sort of have to switch your brain off.
right, the disconnect theory. Spirit on, mind off.
Exactly. But today we're looking at a devotional from Rhapsody of Realities by Pastor Chris that says, well, pretty much the exact opposite.
It's a really challenging idea. It argues that if your mind is just wandering while your spirit is praying, you're not just missing out, you're actually limiting the power of what you're doing.
Which seems to fly in the face of how most people read 1 Corinthians 14.
You know the one. For if I pray in an unknown tongue, my spirit prayeth, but my understanding is unfruitful.
Right. And we hear unfruitful and we think, okay, great, my brain isn't getting it. That's the goal.
But this really challenges that. The whole perspective here is that an unfruitful understanding isn't the goal. I mean, think about it. If your spirit is communicating these divine mysteries to God, but your mind is off making a grocery list, you've kind of broken the circuit.
See, that's where I always get a little stuck. If I'm consciously using my mind, isn't that just pulling me back into the natural, into logic?
That's the key distinction. You are transcending your own logic, but you're not supposed to be abandoning your attention.
Ah, okay. Logic versus attention.
That's the nuance. Pastor Chris calls it a powerful spiritual exercise. But the power comes from active targeting. You need to tune your mental receiver.
So practically, how do you tune the receiver? Because my brain, it wants to drift. It wants to start drafting emails when it hears a language it doesn't know.
And that's the battle right there. That boredom is what you have to fight. The instruction in the text is super specific. You have to actively refuse the distractions.
It's not passive then.
Not at all. You have to consciously, deliberately fix your mind on the thing you're praying about.
So if I'm praying for, say, a decision at work, my spirit is talking, but my mind is just laser focused on work decisions.
Precisely. And that right there is where the payoff is. Because when you hold that mental focus while the spirit is active, the source says that's when God floods the mind.
Wow, floods the mind. That's a strong image.
Isn't it?
Floods it with what exactly?
This is my favorite part of the whole thing. Godly imaginations.
Godly imaginations. Okay, that sounds very different from just, having an idea.
It is different. It implies the source is outside of you. It shifts prayer from just being a religious duty into more of a creative workshop.
A workshop. I like that.
The argument is that when you sync the spirit's utterance with the mind's focus, you're opening a channel for these creative insights, for visions, for actual solutions to just arrive.
So you're not just sending a message up, you're actually positioning yourself to download the answer.
Exactly. It's what the author calls partnering with God. You're bringing divine realities into manifestation because you're finally tuned in to receive the strategy.
And that ties back into that bigger idea of the Christian life being a walk in the Spirit. It's not abstract victory. It's getting the specific, concrete idea that leads to the victory.
And it all comes down to yielding. You yield your tongue to the Spirit, sure, but you also have to yield your attention to the task. It's a full body, whole person engagement.
It certainly makes prayer feel a lot less like a one-way monologue.
It does. Which, brings up a really provocative question for anyone listening.
Let's hear it.
If this model is true, if prayer is designed to be a generator for these godly imaginations,
Right.
Are you treating your prayer time as just a place to speak? Or are you showing up ready to receive your next big idea?
I think I might need to start bringing a notepad. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you on the next one.
We trust you were blessed by this episode. To gain unlimited access to Rhapsody of Realities by Pastor Chris, please download the Rhapsody app using the link myapp.rhapsodyofrealities.org. God bless you.